I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. I've been sleeping in my bed. So show me family, all the blood that I will bleed. I don't know where I belong, I don't know where I went wrong, but I can write a song. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart.
Classroom can kind of be multiple things, but the whole idea of the flipped classroom is that what you would normally do in class, like your lectures, your note-taking, getting the information is now going to be done at home, and in class you would do things that are normally like homework. So your writing, your worksheets, your handouts, your essays, discussions, all of those things that you might do for homework are now things you do in class. And so the purpose of it is that you have more time in class with the teacher and with your classmates that you can get help on, the actual work. So instead of sitting here and taking notes, which you can do online, you can watch videos, you can watch PowerPoints. Now when you're in class and doing writing, the teacher can help each kid with their writing. They can help in groups. It's a much more collaborative process instead of kind of getting all your information and then having to go home and figure out how to do things. It started a lot with like math classrooms because you get all these notes in math, and you go home and you realize you have no idea how to do these problems. So by flipping it, you get your information at home and then the help on the problems in class. So that's sort of one of the reasons we're going towards the flipped classroom is for student engagement. Teachers are always trying to find more ways to get students engaged in class, and I think this, because it's so collaborative, more students are engaged. You're working in writing groups, in reading groups, working one-on-one with the teacher instead of the teacher just standing in front of the room and talking at students. You're working with everybody. And that I think the school is moving towards that is we want to make sure that we're preparing students for the real world, and our real world is so technological. And so when we sit and have kids write with pen and paper and sit and just listen, we're not really preparing them for what they're going to do in their jobs, in their life. And so I think this flipped classroom introduces them to different technologies and what technology can do. And so I think it's preparing them more for the 21st literacy that we call it. Literacy is no longer just being able to read and write. It's being able to search for things on the internet. It's being able to watch videos and analyze them. And it's really being able to navigate the technological world that we live in. So I think those two reasons, the student engagement and really preparing students for what society is like now, those are the biggest reasons we're moving in that direction.
Oh, absolutely. I think that you're taking more ownership of your learning. It is so easy to sit in a classroom, and when you guys were talking about it earlier, about distractions. Well, what's the difference between looking out a window when the teacher's lecturing? You're or doodling, or drawing, or writing your name and coloring it in, or doing whatever you do, or writing love notes. So it's the same concept that you're disconnected from the information. So what the goal is to remove that, and you get in a more personalized setting where you get to view that, where you can be a little bit more focused rather than everything else going around you, and that when you're implementing or you're practicing, the teacher's there, and you have to be engaged because that's the expectation of the classroom. When you're taking notes and you're just sitting there lecture after lecture, it's easy to tune out, especially when it's like 5 hours of class after class. So I've been there. I know where it's like, it's difficult.